Because here's why. Look at that lobster tail. How did I just get that entire tail out of the shell? It's a special process called HPP, which means high pressure process, which allows you to get every single morsel out of your investment. And when I say investment, this is gourmet food at home, easy to go. And this is the first Today's Special Value we have ever done for the holidays. Lots of special holidays coming up where you want to have that special meal and make those special memories. This is the way to do it with Greenhead Lobster. It is certified Maine lobster tail, which means sweeter, more succulent, and then that process that they do to get every single piece, they just do for us here at QVC, and we'll explain why. You have your choice between 6 tails or 12 tails, but with the 12 tails, we're doubling it. We're not doubling the price. You are going to stock up and save an extra $49 if that's the way you do it. It's going to come with this beautiful farm-made butter from Kate's Creamery right there in Maine as well. You can choose whether you want the 6 count or the 12 count. So you'll get 1 6 ounce of the butter with the, or excuse me, 8 ounce of the butter with the 6, or 2 with the 12. And again, we're doubling the order with the 12, but not doubling the price. That is definitely the way to go because they come in a freezer bag like this. It is resealable, and then even if you just want to pick out 2 on a Tuesday night and have a nice little dinner together, or if you want to have a whole big 6-person, 12-person meal, you're going to be able to do that. You're going to create memories, and you're not going to spend what you would have if you had gone out to a restaurant. Let's find out more about Greenhead, because that's the difference here. So Greenhead is a company that is right there in Maine. This is certified Maine lobster tails, and that high pressure process is truly what makes these different.
My dream is to have every lobster that these fish can go out and work hard.
I'm sorry, I started to hear him. We're going to see another video in just a moment. I am so excited to introduce you to Nicole Gaffney. She is a chef. She's a seafood expert. She's going to give us some really great ideas of how to cook these. But if you are like me and you're like, wait, lobster, how do I cook it? If you can boil water, you can have a gourmet lobster tail dinner in your home. Over 100 orders just placed. Nicole, I have to just dive right in and have a bite. It's good to have you on the show.
Hi, Carrie. Great to see you again. And please dig in while I tell you all about these fabulous lobster tails. And let me just say really quickly, 1.5 million tails sold since we've been here, the very short time we've been here at QVC. I just want to say we're so grateful to everyone at home who's picked these up and has shared their stories and loved them throughout the years. Now, it's all about location, location, location when it comes to lobster. And we always talk about how important it is to know your source. And when it comes to lobster, there is no better source to know than Greenhead. That's because Greenhead is the #1 purveyor of certified Maine lobsters in the entire world. It started out as a really tiny mom and pop operation with Hugh Reynolds, who we'll hear from in a little bit, and it grew to something really spectacular. So Greenhead Lobster is located in Stonington, Maine, which is actually the lobster capital of the world. And it's all about the specific conditions right there on the Gulf of Maine. You know, the ice cold water and that rocky coastline that just produces the sweetest, most succulent lobster in the entire world. It's why we always hear about it. But for our QVC customers, we take it a step further and we put our tails through this incredible process known as HPP, or high pressure processing. And what that means is we shoot thousands of gallons of high pressure water into the lobster tails so that it releases the meat and it cleans them. So that when you're ready to eat, this is all you have to do. You can just wiggle the meat right out of the tail, just like that. And look, nothing left behind in that shell. It's clean as a whistle.
This
we always
is
say
what
it's not about how much lobster you cook. It's about how much you get to eat, right?
Right, that's the truth. When I tried these for the very first time, I could not believe, I've never seen anything like that before. It is usually like get out the crunchers and get out the scissors and like dig in and try to get that meat, because you're spending some money here. This is an investment that we hope that you make, and we hope that you treat yourself to. You want every single piece. You don't want half of it still inside trying to get it, or being like really rude at a very nice gourmet dinner, even if it's at home, crunching in and trying to get every last morsel. This is the way to do it. And it's not an inexpensive process. You only do that, you can only do that when we here at QVC are making such big orders, because otherwise it just doesn't pay off for you. So we appreciate that you doing that for us.
Yes, you're not going to find this at the grocery store. In fact, there's a really good chance you're not going to find Maine lobster, and in particular certified Maine lobster, at your grocery store. In fact, I don't know if you know this, Terry, but there's different types of lobster out there. If you've ever had a spiny lobster, a Florida lobster, something from warmer waters, not even the same species. It doesn't even have claws. And it's actually a little bit more similar to shrimp. It's just not going to have the same flavor. And that is what you're seeing a lot now at restaurants. It's what you're seeing a lot in grocery stores. It's become more difficult to get the real thing, but you can get it here on QVC. And I am telling you, it is worth it. It truly is one of the most delicious foods on the planet. Chefs will tell you, restaurateurs will tell you, everyone will tell you, Maine lobster is what's up.
Well, and if you do go to a fine restaurant, even more of a casual restaurant, if it is certified Maine lobster, you're not getting that for less than $50 a plate. So if you take 6 people, which is right here, that's $300. We are at an easy payment of $33.80. Treat yourself. Send this as a really nice gift for someone that you can't see this year. You can choose between the 6 count, and each one is 5 ounces. That's the biggest we've done as a today's special value. And you're gonna get 8 ounces of Kate's farm-made butter, the perfect rich butter to taste every bite. Not that you need the butter, but it is a nice addition. Now, if you double the offer and we give you 12 and then 2 of the butters, 8-ounce butters, we're not doubling the price. This is the way to go, because you'll get 2 of these freezer bags. They just zip right up, so you can take out as many as you'd like, and then you can have them throughout the year. Now, you definitely want to go on auto delivery, because as we know, the prices are going up. There's no way to guarantee what the price is going to be, and in fact, it's always going all over the place with seafood. You know, that market, you know, market price upon request. You never want to see that.
Never.
So pick that up, get it on auto delivery. You can cancel at any time, but you can't come back and get this savings again. You'll get another shipment, which will arrive in 4 months, which is around April, for a total of 2 shipments. M79523, 200 orders now placed. It's not just about having the tails. You can also prepare it in so many different ways. But how do we start? If somebody is saying, okay, well, you're a professional chef, Nicole, you know how to make lobster. What do I even do? Walk us through the process, and then take us into some other delectable meals that we can make with our tails.
Yes, well, listen, you do not have to be a professional chef to make a gourmet meal that looks and tastes like it was made by a professional chef. If you can boil water and set a timer, you can make these lobster tails. There is no guesswork involved. You want to make sure you defrost them first. I recommend putting them in the refrigerator the night before you're ready to have them, and then boil water, drop these in for 5 minutes. You can steam them if you prefer, and then that's it. Set a timer, drain them, and you are ready to eat. They will come right out of the shell because of that HPP process, and you are on your way to some good eating. You can melt the butter, or what I did here is I made some different flavored butters, which are really fun.
Yes.
I did one with lemon and garlic. It's classic. Everybody loves that. Then I have another one with sriracha. People like theirs a little bit spicy.
Sriracha butter?
Yeah, you know, the holidays. We're making it a little bit more fun. And then I did one with tarragon, because tarragon is an herb that is a classic pairing with lobster, but really you can do any herb that you like. They'll all work beautifully here. And then, you know, I have our lobster ravioli here as well. We also have our lobster ravioli available today. But this was our winner for Best Seafood, the Customer Choice Award this year, which we're really proud of. I went another step further and put some chunks of the lobster tail meat in with the lobster ravioli.
Ooh.
Because, I mean, listen, we're going all out this year. We didn't get together with our friends and family last holiday season. So
Yes.
I'm going extra big, and I think everyone else should too. And speaking of the tails or the shells, when you're done with these, don't throw them away, because any chef will tell you you can get a lot more flavor out of these. They're almost as valuable as the meat itself.
Ooh.
Save them in your freezer for when you have some time and make a stock. Just like you probably made stock out of your turkey bones that was left over
I
from
did that
Thanksgiving.
for the first time this year. I made bone broth. I was so proud of myself. And you
Right.
know that you can get that flavor. So I love that idea.
Exactly.
Do not throw these away. Let's talk though about that process. How was I able to get the entire tail out of the shell without any morsel of meat left in the shell?
Yeah, so we have this incredible technique that we put our lobster tails through for you at QVC, and it's called high pressure processing. And all that really means is we shoot thousands of gallons of high pressure water inside of the lobster shells so that when we're ready to eat them, not only does it clean the meat, but it releases it from the shell so that it doesn't stick to the inside and it just slides out effortlessly. So you don't have to get in there and scrape to try to get to the bottom, to try to get all of the rest of the meat out. It comes out in one big piece like this, and you get to eat all of it.
So here is our offer again. The first time we've ever done a Today's Special Value for the holidays from Greenhead, and the first time we've ever done the bigger 5-ounce tails. You are getting 6 of them or 12. With the 6, you'll get an 8-ounce butter from Kate's. We'll talk about that farm fresh butter in just a moment. Or double the offer, get the 12, get the 2, and you're not doubling the price. So this is the one I would go for, even if you've never tried it before. I mean, when you do, it will become a yearly tradition because it's so fantastic. 4,600 orders have been placed today. Definitely get the 12. You're saving more. Definitely go on auto delivery, because right around the time in April when you want to celebrate again, you can make another fantastic dinner and make those memories. Look at all these beautiful, there's a bisque here with the chunks of the lobster inside. You can do so many different things with this lobster, but think about how much you would spend for a lobster dinner out. Even at more of one of the kind of casual. It doesn't even have to be one of those 5-6-star restaurants. If it's certified Maine Lobster, which that is a big difference, it's sweeter, it's more succulent, it's going to be around $50, if not more, up to $100 per plate. If you talk to any restaurateur, that's what they will tell you, because there is a difference between the Maine Lobster certified and just any old lobster that you can go get at any restaurant or any grocery store. In fact, would you mind
And you have to factor in tip too.
Good point. So would you mind explaining the difference of Maine Lobster and in particular Greenhead?
Absolutely. So Greenhead Lobster comes from Stonington, Maine, which is actually the lobster capital of the world. And it's fitting because Greenhead is the #1 purveyor of certified Maine lobster in the entire world. And it's all about the location. You can see this gorgeous rocky coastline and the ice cold waters. That's what produces this super sweet and succulent lobster meat that you just can't find anywhere else in the world. And all of our lobsters are certified, which means that we have this special license. I have one right here to show you. This is really important because without this license, your lobsters aren't guaranteed to be certified from Maine. And unfortunately, just because someone tells you their lobster's from Maine doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be true. So you always want to know your source when it comes to seafood, and know where it's coming from exactly. And when it's certified from Greenhead, you know you're getting the real deal. I love that you're showing the bag that they come in, because these will keep in your freezer for up to a year. So let's say you want to get the 12, but you're like, I don't know if I'll really go through these. In holiday season, I'm not going to be with that many people. maybe gift one to a neighbor or a friend or someone that you love, or
Yeah.
save them and have them for Valentine's Day. Have them in the summertime. They will still be good by then, and they will be just as enjoyable in the summer as they are at the holidays.
Yes, you can grill them. And remember, if you
yeah.
can boil water, you can make these within 5 minutes. That's all it takes, right?
Pasta.
Yeah, walk us through